This is Count Base D 2025 vlog number 5. I'd like to thank you for subscribing to this YouTube channel. I'd like to thank you for subscribing to the newsletter. And I'd just like to thank you for listening to the music, player program, or caddy, or anything else that I've put out. I was early for the hair salon, but after I got there, I was there and I was watching these guys, and if one of them fell off that little scooter thing, I wasn't going to miss it. I left the salon, and this month really consisted of some walks. It consisted of some thrifting, and it also consisted of attending some local events. So I get to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, the capital. Here's the airport. And after, went to the Brownstone Cafe. And then after Brownstone Cafe, it was time to hit the thrift spots in Harrisburg. I found some good stuff, man. Found some good CDs like De La Soul is Dead. Millheim, Pennsylvania got a new duck on top of the gazebo that got hit by a car. During this time, my manager from the Pirates got fired, and the world got a brand new pope. I was watching that in this workspace and was filming it while it was going down. Big historical event as far as the Pope, but for Derek Shelton to be fired, that was the only Pirates manager that I've known since I've been a fan. I'm kind of still in shock, but we've improved since he's been gone. And so, that's leadership. I need to get some new boots, but the problem is I'm having a problem deciding. I don't like the way they look, but I don't want to take new ones and then do things like this in them. Went to the library in Belfont, not my first time, and I also went to the bookstore in Belfont. Well, not the bookstore, but the thrift store. It's got a big book section. Looked up the PNC Park. Pirates are doing a little bit better since they fired Derek Shelton, and I don't think that Derek Shelton necessarily was to blame. But that's part of leadership. If it's not doing well and you're at the helm, what you don't do is you don't get to blame somebody else. You just got to fall on the sword and say, hey, if you guys are dissatisfied with how we turn it out with my leadership, perhaps you have to go a different direction. And that's what they've done. So we'll see how it turns out. But baseball is just a metaphor for life. And just the way that these guys have to conduct themselves and live every day and be concerned and be about their business, boy, it's serious. I used to look at everything from a certain segment of the streets, let me keep it that way, but I've kind of switched that over to baseball. This is a book sale that benefits some women's scholarships, and it's a huge thing every year. I got a couple of items there. Went to see Sinners. It was a horror film. I didn't really realize that it was a horror film. Very interesting. I went to this flea market for the first time at Penn's Cave. Penn's Cave is a tourist attraction in this area, and I had never even been to Penn's Cave before. Still haven't now, but I went to the flea market at Penn's Cave. I used to have a huge cast iron collection. Now I have a modest cast iron collection. There was some records out there, but they keep them too much in the sun. Those are some pie plates I'm not buying. So I just didn't buy any of the records because, you pick them up and they're hot. A lot of folks don't really know that that's how they get warped pretty fast. You can keep them in a hot car, but you just can't let the sun shine down on them. So I'm looking around at some books, some more CDs, but I didn't really get anything. But I was just looking around and enjoying the community. It was a gorgeous day outside. It doesn't really kiss 90 degrees here many times, and it barely gets up in the 80s. When it's warm, though, it's nice. It's warm, but it doesn't get Florida hot. So I'm looking at the Fiesta, and I enjoy looking at the Fiesta, but I didn't purchase any Fiesta. I looked at records, but I did not purchase any records. I looked at CDs, but I did not purchase any CDs. I enjoyed the day, I enjoyed the weather, I enjoyed the community. And now I was about to enjoy the tractor parade. I'm looking around at the, not contestants, but participants, and tractors of all sizes, colors, shapes, and of different power about to just make their way around the grounds. And so I'm there just taking it in. It started off with this one that was a calliope, and boy, do I wish I would have been able to get a voice memo of that, because the calliope was so fly. They got land that they got to take care of, and so you definitely have to have a tractor. And some of these go back to the 50s, to the 40s, real vintage. You shine your tractor up and just be in the community, show what you're dealing with. A lot of John Deere and a lot of brands that I'd never heard of before. Who just knows tractor brands? But I was learning and reading, and they had tags on the side that you could look and see. And we'll see somebody there that tractor pulled off, and eventually was going to need to be towed. A little truck here from Bordentown, New Jersey. And then I saw the tractor that needed to be towed. A small other tractor came and helped it out. I always just called those riding lawnmowers. I'm just learning, man. I like the rural life, and I'm just learning about, the tools of the trade and what you need out here. And look at that. It towed that big tractor. I never would have thought that would work, but I just don't know my engines like that yet. So I'm still learning about small engines, larger engines, and everything in between. So this is vlog 5. This was my day at Penn's Cave, the Nittany Antique Machinery Show. I'm going to be leaving now, and the vlog is about to end now. But I thank you once again. If you can subscribe, that would be great. I don't know if that really matters with the way the algorithms work these days, but it can't hurt. Leave a comment. Let me know what you want to see and different aspects. I think I'm going to show a little bit more of what I'm working on and being in the workspace next time. But I appreciate it. Appreciate you checking out the vlog, listening to the music, and subscribing to the newsletter. Until next time.